Good evening. It's a great pleasure to be with you tonight from the ABC World News headquarters right here in New York City as you celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Duke Global Health Institute. And we know there is no more creative place to research the problems and dream the solutions than a university campus, faculty and students working together to change lives all around this world. And so now, here is our Chief Health and Medical Editor, Dr. Richard Besser, and he has a look at some of the remarkable work that you are doing all across the globe.
Two hours outside of the bustling city of Kampala, Uganda, is the rural village of Nama. For the past 4 years, Duke undergraduates have been immersed in this East African community.
Yes, you're right. Stand up. Be confident.
Which has high rates of HIV and malaria and poor access to health services. Duke undergraduates teach students at the Nama Millennium Prep School and organize an annual health fair with community leaders. The fair offers immunizations, HIV testing, bed nets, and information about disease prevention, hygiene, and water safety, attracting more than 1,000 community members each year.
What is so great about the Duke Global Health Institute is that it's so interdisciplinary, continually interrelating concepts with episodes from my experience abroad.
Recreates itself.
I'll take it with me in the future through whatever my global health trajectory may be.
Bihar, India, home to over 100 million people. Most live in rural areas with no access to a doctor or clinic and receive medical care from local people with little or no medical training. But a remarkable venture is in the works. Thousands of telemedicine sites are being set up around the state, an effort to bring top-notch care currently only available in cities. While millions of dollars are invested to set up these telemedicine sites, Duke faculty are evaluating the impact of these programs, the value of the investment, and whether Bihar can now be a model for other rural areas around the world. The project is huge, surveying over 100,000 households.
We need to improve quality of care, but who's going to pay for it? How much are people willing to pay for quality is something that remains unknown, and we hope to learn about that through the project we will take up in here.
This complex research could one day lead to improving the quality of and access to care for millions of rural Indians. The world's most rapidly growing economy has equally growing disparities between the wealthy and poor. China is the ideal laboratory for studying global health. The Duke Global Health Institute has partnerships with some of the country's most prestigious universities and research institutions. These partnerships have sparked innovative research studies on cardiovascular disease, stroke prevention, and the aging. A global health diploma program taught by faculty from Duke and Peking University is attracting health leaders from around the country. Faculty and student exchanges between the two countries are enriching the lives of not only individuals, but institutions.
In terms of Duke, we would like to collaborate with you, not only to learn from you, but also really collaborate, exchange students, teachers, to help each other.
With common health concerns like obesity, environmental hazards, heart disease, and cancer, there's a lot to learn from one another.
I think we'll have a bright future, both for the students and for two universities.
There are more than 150 million orphan children worldwide, and millions are abandoned. This sobering reality begs the question of where and how orphans should be cared for. The Positive Outcomes for Orphans study is following 3,000 children across 5 Asian and African countries. The study challenges the assumption that children are better off living in the community or with family members than in institutions.
Before we did the study, UNICEF was so much concerned with children living in institutions, so we came to realize that actually institutions could be one of the viable options for orphans.
The study is continuing to track the children through adulthood to provide further evidence of how orphans can thrive.
how do you take care of a child so his life becomes productive. And so that's basically the aim of the research, is for policy changes, for people to learn what can be done, what helps a child.
In just 5 years, the Duke Global Health Institute has become a model for integrating education, research, policy, and service within a global university.
It's been astonishing to watch how that project has grown, how it now reaches into virtually every school, half the departments of arts and sciences, and how it makes true our aspiration to link academic research and knowledge to the service of men and women in challenging situations around the world.
Fueled by the passion of Duke students and the commitment of its faculty, DGHI is educating the next generation of compassionate, globally minded leaders to take on the challenges of tomorrow.
But until you come to the sites at the other end where that work is really being done and see all the partnerships with people around the world that enable those studies to be done, and see the human circumstances around the world where health is an issue and all the different forms of that issue, I think that's really when you begin to take the measure of what the Global Health Institute can do for Duke.
On behalf of your partners, all of us here at ABC News, we wanted to congratulate all of you, and a special thanks to you, Mike Merson, for bringing us together. So we look forward to future collaborations and to the exciting and very important work ahead.